Hey everyone, I'm Emma, and welcome back to Speak English Daily, the channel where you practice real English by speaking it every single day. One day left, but before that, before the final day, there is something you need to do. Look back, not at the lessons, not at the vocabulary, not at the exercises, at yourself. Because something changed in how you speak, in how you feel when you speak, in how you see yourself when you speak. And today, you say it out loud in English. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a complete standalone session. You can start right here. The full playlist and schedule are in the pinned comment below whenever you are ready for the full journey. For everyone who has been here from the start, or even from somewhere in the middle, today is for you. Whoever you are, today is for you. Here is something true about progress. It is rarely obvious when you are in it. You do the work, you show up, you speak, and day by day, something shifts, but you are too close to see it until you stop and look. Today, that is exactly what we do. We stop, we look back, and we say in English what we see. We start at the beginning. Think back to when you first started. Not the exercise, the feeling. What did it feel like? What was difficult? What made you unsure? And then think about right now, today, what is different? For each pair, say the then the now. Slowly, honestly. At the beginning, how did you feel about speaking English? At the beginning, I felt nervous and unsure, and speaking felt really difficult, like a lot of effort. At the beginning, I felt nervous and unsure, and speaking felt really difficult, like a lot of effort. And now, how do you feel when you speak? Now, I feel more comfortable, and I notice that I don't stop as much. I just start. Now, I feel more comfortable, and I notice that I don't stop as much. I just start. The contrast at the beginning versus now is one of the most powerful things you can say about yourself. It shows movement, it shows growth. At the beginning, what happened when you made a mistake? At the beginning, when I made a mistake, I would stop, and it would throw me off and make me lose my confidence. At the beginning, when I made a mistake, I would stop, and it would throw me off and make me lose my confidence. And now, what happens when you make a mistake? Now, when I make a mistake, I notice it and keep going. I fix it on the move and I don't make it a big deal. Now, when I make a mistake, I notice it and keep going. I fix it on the move and I don't make it a big deal. I don't make it a big deal. 6 words that represent one of the biggest shifts a language learner can make. Good. You already see it. The change is real, and you just put it into words. At the beginning, what did a conversation feel like? At the beginning, conversations felt like a test, exhausting, like I was always searching for the next word, and I would hesitate a lot. At the beginning, conversations felt like a test, exhausting, like I was always searching for the next word, and I would hesitate a lot. And now, what does a conversation feel like? Now, conversations feel more natural, less like a performance, and I notice I start more easily and stay in it longer. Now, conversations feel more natural, less like a performance, and I notice I start more easily and stay in it longer. The shift from like a test to more natural, that is the whole journey of this series in 2 phrases. 3 then and now pairs, 6 honest sentences, your own progress, described in English by you. Now, go deeper. Not just what is different, but what actually changed in how you feel about yourself when you speak. These are bigger questions. Take your time with them. What is the biggest thing that changed? Not in your English, but in how you feel when you speak. I think the biggest thing is I don't overthink it as much anymore. I used to spend so long preparing what to say, and now I just start, and that feels completely different. Say it again with more certainty. I think the biggest thing is I don't overthink it as much anymore. I used to spend so long preparing what to say, and now I just start, and that feels completely different. I just start. 3 of the most important words in this series. After all this time, they should feel like a personal truth. Is there a moment you remember when something clicked? Yeah, actually, I think there was a moment when I realized I was speaking without planning and nothing went wrong. And I thought, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. Say it again with more certainty. Yeah, actually, I think there was a moment when I realized I was speaking without planning and nothing went wrong. And I thought, oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. Oh, this is what it's supposed to feel like. Most learners have this moment. Giving it language makes it real and memorable. Good. You named it. That is a powerful thing. Naming what changed. What do you think you will carry with you from this, beyond the English? Honestly, I think I'll carry the habit of just starting and the confidence that comes from showing up, because I think this taught me something beyond just language. Say it again, with more certainty. Honestly, I think I'll carry the habit of just starting and the confidence that comes from showing up, because I think this taught me something beyond just language. Beyond just language, this is where the journey becomes about more than English. It is about identity, courage, consistency. If you had to describe the version of yourself who started and the version who is here now, what would you say? I think the version who started was more hesitant, waiting to feel ready. And the version who is here now just goes, speaks even when it's not perfect, and doesn't stop. And I think that gap, that's the change. Say it again with more certainty. I think the version who started was more hesitant, waiting to feel ready. And the version who is here now just goes, speaks even when it's not perfect, and doesn't stop. And I think that gap, that's the change. That gap, that's the change. 4 words that close a whole journey. Give yourself space to really say this one. 4 change reflections. All of them honest. All of them yours. Level 3. The deepest level of today. Not what changed, but what you actually learned about speaking, about yourself, about what it takes. Speak slowly. These answers matter. Say the truth, even if it is simple. What did you learn about speaking English that surprised you? Starting point. I think I learned that it doesn't actually require as much as I thought. What mattered was just not stopping and being willing to be imperfect. And that was the part I didn't expect. The part I didn't expect. This signals genuine learning, not just confirmed expectations. Real surprise is real growth. What did you learn about yourself that you didn't know before this? Starting point. Honestly, I think I learned that I'm more resilient than I gave myself credit for. I kept showing up even on the days when it didn't feel easy. And I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that after all this time. This is completely true. Saying it out loud in English makes it permanent. Stop for a second. You just said something important about yourself. In English, out loud. That matters. What would you tell someone who is thinking about starting but is afraid? Starting point. I tell them the fear doesn't go away before you start. It goes away because you start. And every single time you speak, you're building something. And you don't see it at first. But then one day you look back and it's there. This is wisdom earned through showing up. Say it slowly, with conviction. This person, if they exist, needs to hear it. And finally, what does this journey mean to you? Starting point. To me, it means that I can do hard things, that consistency works, and that my voice matters. And honestly, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Not resignation, quiet satisfaction, the kind that comes from genuine effort. 4 insights, all of them earned, all of them real. You didn't just answer questions today, you reflected in English on your own journey. That takes a different kind of courage. This is your story now. I want you to speak about your journey, from where you started to where you are now. The difficulties, the changes, the things you learned, the person you are now compared to the person who began. No model, no coaching, just you and your story. Speak as slowly as you need. This is not about speed. It is about honesty. Tell me about your journey. Where you started? What changed? Where you are now? Whatever came out, that was real. Now, one more time, but this time, say the part that matters most to you, the part you would want someone else to hear. Say what mattered most, slowly, clearly, like it deserves to be said. You just told your story, your language learning story, in English. And it was true. I want to say something to you. You didn't just complete a set of exercises. You didn't just practice sentences. You changed something in how you speak, in how you think when you speak, in how you see yourself when you speak. That is not a small thing. That is real. Think about the sentences you said today, the honest ones, about where you started, about what changed, about what you learned, about what this means. Those were not model answers. Those were yours, your words, your insight, your growth. And soon, day 30 will arrive. But tonight, before you sleep, remember this. You already changed. Day 30 doesn't make it happen. It celebrates what already happened. And you can feel it now, and you earned every part of it. And maybe tonight, for the first time, you truly believe in yourself again. And that matters. More than perfect grammar, more than confidence, more than day 30, because this journey was never about finishing. It was about becoming, and you already started. So tonight, be proud of yourself. And when you're ready, go to the comments and type day 29 done. It can be simple. I start more easily now. I don't stop as much. I feel like a speaker. Whatever is true, say it. I read every comment. And if you want to follow the full journey, the complete playlist and schedule are in the pinned comment below. Now, day 30, the final day. Day 30 is not a lesson, it is not a test, it is not a review. Day 30 is a conversation, a real one, about your life, your journey, and where you are going, with everything you have built. Everything. Keep speaking. Keep going. One more day.